104.1 KRBE, a Cumulus media station.
Good morning, everyone.
We ready?
Live from the TXU Energy Studio.
The Roula and Ryan Show with Eric, featuring Special K and Sam. It's Roula and Ryan's Rapid Fire Quiz on 104.1 KRBE.
All right, let that games begin. It's going to be a brutal death cage match.
Well, it is, because John Mulaney is coming to town, and a lot of people want these tickets. It's a pair of tickets to see him November the 8th at Smart Financial Center. The tickets are not even on sale yet. They go on sale this Friday at livenation.com. But if you have chosen wisely, Jedis, one of you is going to win the tickets from us.
Nice.
So Lolly, is that right, Eric?
Yes.
I mean, Ahmad?
Yeah.
Ahmad took the calls. Lolly is playing along with Eric.
Lolly.
Ashton is playing along with me. Zoe is playing along with Ahmad. Juan is playing along with Special K. And Carol is playing along with Sam.
Hey,
All right.
Carol.
Hi, Carol.
That's my mom's name.
Who got picked last?
Carol did
Sam.
for me.
Yeah, Sam.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, you might just
All right.
surprise them all,
That's
Sam.
always the best, Sam. That's motivation.
Yeah.
So it's 3 rounds. The first round is 75 seconds. 2 of us will be eliminated unless we tie. We all go to the second round.
Yep.
And you've
then
done
from
well
there.
being pregnant. You got that baby brain in you, too, helping you.
Yeah, it's not fair.
Yeah.
You got 2 brains.
2 people
Sure,
in there.
if you want
We're here
to
with 2
say
of them.
that.
All right, so Kevin won last week, which means he goes last
Yep.
today. So we're going to start with Sam then?
Yeah, so it'd be Sam, Ahmad, Rula, Eric, Kevin.
It's all about how we're sitting in the room, Houston. That's why
Yeah.
it goes.
Pretty much if you get
Literally
one wrong,
75
you're
seconds.
done. Yeah, in the
Now,
first round.
Kevin, I guess it was you who made the request yesterday. The first 5 questions are just lines from movies.
Yes,
Guess
that
what
would be
movie?
fun.
And you'll just have to tell me what the movie is, okay?
Okay.
Gosh. Please be run, Forrest, run.
Be easy.
75
Be easy
seconds
for
on the
first one,
clock.
Say hello to my
Ryan.
little friend.
I think
something.
these are pretty easy.
Mean
All right,
Girls.
so let's hit the clock. Let's go. Round 1. Here we go.
All right, Sam. In 3, 2, 1. Sam, I feel the need. The need for speed is from what movie?
Fast and Furious.
Ahmad, some birds aren't meant to be caged. Their feathers are just too bright.
One flew over the cuckoo's nest.
Rula, why are you so serious?
Are you?
That's Batman the Dark Knight.
Eric, with great power comes great responsibility.
Spider-Man.
Kevin, nobody puts baby in a corner.
That boxing movie.
Dirty
All
Dancing.
right, now to the regular stuff. Sam, egg yolk and oil are the main ingredients in this spread.
Mayonnaise.
Ahmad, what is 1% of a million?
1,000.
Rula, a guppy is what kind of creature?
It's a fish.
My God.
Eric, he's the head of the Catholic Church and just died.
The Pope.
Kevin, what are words that read the same forwards and backwards called?
Anagram.
Sam, these are often painted and given out at Easter.
Eggs.
Ahmad, what can be split, click, or black eyes?
What?
What can be split, click, or black eyes?
Bowling. I don't know.
Peas. Rula,
Black guys.
this spice keeps vampires away.
Garlic.
Eric, the Virgin Mary is also known. Oh,
Fine.
Oh,
yeah.
3 for me,
That was a
2 for
tough one.
Eric, 2 for Sam.
That was a toughie.
Kevin and Ahmad are out.
Bye,
Wow.
losers.
Sam survives to play another round.
So, Ahmad, you missed the quote from Shawshank Redemption.
Damn, okay. I didn't
What
know
was
that
mine?
I didn't know that one either.
Top Gun.
Yeah, just Top Gun.
I feel the
And then
need
Dirty
for
Dancing.
speed.
Dang.
I would have said
Speed.
Fast and Furious.
Name
And
nobody
wait,
puts baby in the corner.
All I know
Dirty
is
Dancing.
Ahmad,
Dirty Dancing.
you were sitting, you got the worst questions, and then the next ones are so
sorry.
easy.
Yeah,
I'm like,
it's totally random.
It's totally random, but I always Like a get the thought. worst questions.
Right.
We got the
1% of
worst.
a million is
Black eyed peas.
10,000.
What was the second P you're talking about?
Split, click.
What
Click
can be
peas?
split,
Yeah, what are click
or
peas?
black eyes?
What are click peas?
Peas.
I've never heard of
Oh.
click peas. You
No.
should just split or
I
black
thought you
eye.
were talking about some type of scoring system or something.
Yeah, no kidding. Like bowling, you're right. A split,
Like,
a strike.
yeah. That and the
I don't-
1,000,
turkey.
This the is- math one, I was like, I don't
That
know.
was-
1% of a million is
Is
10,000.
it supposed to be chick, not click?
That's what I thought.
Chick peas.
Chick. Yeah, it's a typo.
Oh my God,
see how
So then
Ryan!
put him back in.
You
You
are
see how you
awful.
do me?
Throw him
Yeah,
on
he's
back
only
in.
No,
one.
we'll give you a point for that.
Throw him
But
on
he'd
back
still
in.
be out.
All
He's still
You're still out.
You're still out.
I apologize.
I
So
can't
it dropped
stand
off
ya.
with me. Eric did not have a chance to get the next question. It starts with Eric in round 2.
Okay, so Eric, Sam,
Me.
Rula.
Eric
It
and
was
Rula.
supposed to be chick.
And this could be Sam's day, everybody, because
Yeah.
she's the only one without a victory this year. So this could be.
This could be the big
Baby
day.
Moose going to give you that extra
Stop
push.
doing this to
Let's
me.
go. Round 2. Here we go. Rapid
All
fire
right.
60
quiz.
I mean, I want to win,
Got
but I'm
it.
cheering for you.
All right, here we go,
Thanks,
Eric.
Eric.
In 3, 2, 1. Eric, the Virgin Mary is also known by this pop star's name.
Madonna.
Sam, what kind of fruit is on Hawaiian pizza?
Pineapple.
Rolla, in old times, what did people use to seal letters?
Wax.
Eric, green is the color of this emotion.
Sad. Barfing.
Envy.
Oh, wait. Oh, no.
Sam, what is it called when you roll 2 ones in dice?
A pear.
Snake eyes.
Rolla, in many cultures, which day and date is considered to be unlucky?
The 13th.
I said day and date. Friday the 13th. Eric, what did Moses part?
The Red Sea.
Sam, what can be dark, white, or milk? And it's a liquid. No, chocolate. Rolla,
In the world?
Rolla, if someone is very good looking, they have what kind of magnetism?
Animal magnetism.
Eric, what kind of bank do kids keep their money in?
Piggy bank.
Come on.
Sam, Huckleberry Finn was best friends with this Mark Twain character.
time.
Dang it. I'm
I'm
out.
sorry.
Oh, Sam,
Sorry.
you're out with
okay.
one,
I'm sorry.
unfortunately.
That's okay. That was rough.
What liquid is milk? I didn't know he was going for milk or chocolate.
Right?
Man, these
Chocolate.
questions are weird today.
Yeah.
That one was
What George were you on?
very
Do you want to
Caveman?
let Sam back in for that
No,
one
it's
missed
okay.
question?
No,
It's
we gotta
okay.
keep it
We gotta keep
It's
on
all
rolling.
right.
I
I'm
mean,
out.
Sam's out.
You
1
can let her
point
in
there,
if
2
you
points
want.
me, 3 points
You can
Eric.
put the jam chip out.
No, it's
So
fine.
Friday the 13th
Need
should have
my
been the
PB&J
answer. I said the
over here.
13th, and Eric didn't get one, but I can't remember which one he didn't get. Oh, green with envy.
Green with envy.
It's green with
You
envy.
said barf because you were
Yeah.
thinking about emoji.
Yeah, the emoji. When you said emoji, I wasn't thinking. I started thinking of that.
Emotion.
Emotion, not emotion.
Inside out.
Inside out stuff.
Disgust.
That
Like
was-
disgust is green.
Oh man, I
That
saw.
was
Okay,
weird.
I can't remember who did. Sam finish her question? Is it me first or
I
Eric
didn't,
first?
but it's going to be Rula
Okay,
and
so
then
maybe-
Eric.
Rula and
yeah,
Eric.
60
All right, here we go.
seconds.
All right.
Me and
Good
you,
Lord.
Eric.
Here we go.
Here we go.
I
Stand up for
apologize.
this.
Here we go. Rula.
Hands up.
Just don't give me any math.
In 3,
I know.
2, 1. Rula, it's a medieval torture device and the name of a heavy metal band.
Don't know.
Iron Man.
Eric, Camp David is a retreat getaway for this elected official.
The President of the United States of America.
Rula, which syrup is made from Canada's favorite tree?
Maple.
Eric, what never strikes twice?
Lightning.
Rula, Paul Rudd plays this Marvel hero.
Ant-Man.
Eric, what type of vehicle is a Vespa?
Is a motorcycle. Moped or whatever.
Rula, what color blood cells fight infection?
White.
Eric, Dakota Johnson plays Anastasia Steele in this R-rated movie.
Oh, 50 Shades of Grey.
Rula, movie about a young assistant to a vicious magazine editor.
Devil Wears Prada.
Eric, 180 seconds is how many minutes?
I know if I told you to know math.
What is the third most populated city in America?
Chicago.
Eric, Mary Shelley wrote a book about a green monster with a flat. Rula, dates grow from what kind of tree?
Time.
Baby, I win this by a point.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I did. 5-4, and that means that Ashton
you go.
is gonna go see John Mulaney. Ashton, congratulations!
Yay!
I get my necklace back. That's right. I'm very excited to wear the necklace. I'll wear it all day, guys. I'll wear it all day. Eric, how many times has it been now that I was in the finals? How many times? Just to skewer Eric a little bit
Vespa
more.
was a scooter.
How many times?
I mean, it's a
Vespa
scooter.
was a scooter or moped.
Yeah.
Scooter. Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
What was the first one? The metal band?
Iron Maiden.
Iron Maiden.
Oh, I
Yeah.
don't
You got
know.
4.
Yeah.
So what's the device? What does that medieval
A medieval torture
look like?
device is
It's an Iron Maiden.
Well, I don't know what that looks like.
It's like it closes like a coffin, but
Leonardo
it's got
DiCaprio
spikes.
did like
Yeah.
a movie where he had to wear a mask.
Spikes on the inside
Kind of
of
like
it.
that.
The iron mask?
No. You're thinking.
Or your thing, the wood thing where your
it's like
hands
it's like
are
a
in it?
sarcophagus, but it's got like metal spikes. So when
Yeah,
they close
it's like
it,
a
it's
coffin. When they close it, it pierces.
Pierces.
you.
God, I have never seen that. I've never known
Yeah.
this, that was a weapon of some sort of torture. Anyway, all right. Well, nobody's excited except for me and Ashton. That's okay. I don't mind it. You don't have to be excited for me. Ashton's excited. Hang on the line,
Yeah, look at
Ashton.
the room in here. It's like someone
We'll get
farted
your-
in an elevator.
Oh, my God.
Everyone's in disgust and doesn't give a crap.
Well, I was
I'm
just
sorry.
looking at
You know what? I will.
Man, don't be jealous. Just
I
tell
will
us
put
if
a
you're
little
jealous.
extra into next week's
Even
questions.
the listeners are booing you. I love
I'm
it.
sorry.
Just keep the booze coming.
Yeah.
For Ryan's questions
All
or
right.
for me winning?
It'll be more mainstream
All
next
the
week.
above.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I gotta buy
that's
some new
fine.
games. I get some better questions.
Why do I act like
What's
Eric when
next?
Eric wins? Oh, yes! Yes! Oh, loser! Loser! Do you want me to act like that and that'll make you feel better?
No, you were doing it
course not.
classy
You were
today,
doing-
Rula. You were
Thank
doing
you.
it classy.
She was doing classic. What do you mean?
Today was classy.
That's right.
Place
Understand
on the
for
table.
action.
Kevin, that was the last time I looked. Was she going? How many times did I win this year?
Yes,
how many times?
No, how many times
What
are
do you
they in
mean?
the finals, Eric? Just to skewer you.
That's classier
Just
than
to skewer
I'm
you.
the classiest MF
Just to skewer you. And it's only about you.
It's fine.
It's not to stick it about anybody else.
Yes, yeah,
It's
now
only to stick it to
like
Eric.
rapid fire.
Sticking it to Kevin.
Next up, we're going around the table. There are things that Gen Z just does not know how to operate. You've probably seen this over time about a rotary phone thing. We're not going to go that old school because nobody uses a rotary phone
definitely
anymore.
not. That ain't coming
But
back.
there
where
are
they dial,
things on
put
the
their finger
list
in it?
that some Gen Z doesn't know how to operate that we were talking about off the air. Like, really? If you don't know how to operate this handheld device, how bougie is your life? This one specific kitchen appliance, if you don't know how to operate this as a Gen Z person, that means you are loaded or you've never had to open this
Or your
item.
parents failed you.
Or your parents failed you. We'll go through the list next on the Real and Ryan Show with Eric. All right, my friends, that was really fun. Are you good, Eric?
I love it.
I know we're out of
I
breath
never
here
thought
from
I'd hear
dancing.
Persian music and
I know, so fun.
And pop music.
Houston radio.
Ed Sheeran. All right, so there is a list of things that Gen Z doesn't really know how to do, and people older than Gen Z eye roll because they're like, "Come
Hey,
on."
man, jump over on this mic here.
Gen Z, I don't have the. What are the years of Gen Z?
I know you're
you
on
were
the cusp,
born between
right?
2000.
Yeah, it's pretty much
No,
2001.
2000.
No, it's 1999 because my daughter's
99,
Gen Z.
yeah.
1997 and 2012.
Okay, that's Gen Z.
So keep hearing different things.
Okay.
So over the years, you've probably seen, like, even back when Ellen was on TV, she would do things like, oh, here's a rotary phone. Do you know how to work this? And this girl didn't know how to work it. Okay, rotary phones, we don't see those anymore.
Put your finger in the little hole and
Yeah.
spin it in a circle.
But nobody sees those. But this one item that I'm going to start with, we all see them, and that's the norm in your kitchen. I'm talking about the can opener, the handheld can opener. There is a large percentage of Gen Z that does not know how to open a can with a can opener.
I don't believe
And I'm
that.
thinking that can't be true because how many people have electric can openers? If you do,
Yeah.
you're very bougie.
And they suck.
Oh, yeah, they
Yeah,
do.
they do.
I would rather do the manual. Or you've just never had to open a can ever. Or is there pop tops?
Yeah, the cans are more pop top-y now.
Yeah.
But if you're trying to open like a can of corn or a can of green beans from Del Monte, that canned vegetables.
Yeah, especially the HEB brand that doesn't have the fancy pop top.
Yeah, you have to use a can opener.
Yeah, I feel like everyone knows that one.
Yeah.
Ahmad, you know how to use a can opener?
Of course I
Okay,
do.
good.
He's like,
Ahmad,
I went to college.
Do you know
I
how
had
to
live.
count correct change? If it's $16.54 and I give you $20, do you know how much to give me back, or do you have to wait for the register to
I
tell
might-
you how much to give me back?
I might have to do a little bit of finger math, but yeah, I think I could do it. I could do it. I think so.
I think a lot of
How
people
about read a
cannot.
map? I feel like nobody knows how to read maps anymore.
I can read it.
You mean like directional map?
It's just everyone uses their
Got out
Google
like
or
a
Absolutely,
paper map.
GPS.
Paper
and
map.
looked at it.
I haven't even seen a paper map anywhere, Eric. Like,
They
where would I
sell them
even
at
get
gas
one?
stations, don't they?
Do they
I'm
still?
sure.
I have no idea.
But just to read it and know how to get from here to like Chicago, would you know how to do that?
So when I watch The Amazing Race, they have to use paper maps. I think that would be the hardest part for me.
Because after the paper maps came MapQuest, and that's where you would go on your computer and then you'd print it out.
When I moved to Dallas in 2000, I remember going to MapQuest, hitting print, and I just follow that.
Yep. Line of directions, and now it's on your phone.
Now it's so
it just
easy.
tells you turn left in 2 miles.
How about how to tell time on a Roman numeral clock?
Roman numeral clock?
Yeah.
Like the IV and all
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Like the numbers are still in the same position on the
They're
clock.
just Roman
Yeah,
numerals,
yeah.
not regular numbers.
I would still get that. Yeah.
Okay. How to address a piece of mail?
Ooh, I
They
might,
taught
I might
us
forget about
that
that
in
one. It's been
elementary
a while.
school.
Y'all.
How to address a piece of mail.
What does that even mean?
You put
It
the
means
address
you're
in the
writing
middle.
the envelope. On the
Return
envelope, you're going to
address
send
on
me
the
a Christmas
left-hand
card.
Uh-huh.
So you're going to say it to me in the main.
Yeah, what do you put in the left corner? What do you put in the left corner?
Stamp.
No.
No, top
that's
left.
the right corner.
That's the right.
Or on the
two.
back.
Wait, from in the top left, two in the middle, right? Like it's from
Yeah.
the...
Or you could
Yes,
do on the
the-
back flap.
The
Okay.
left-hand corner of the envelope is where you put the return address in case.
Or
Gotcha.
what Kevin does, he flips it and doesn't put a stamp in it, and the return is the place he wants it to go to for free.
That's brilliant. How much? Okay, how much is a stamp?
I don't think you can pull that
No.
off, though, because that
You're the
area
reason the
will
Postal
know.
Service failed.
Because
Yeah, how
if-
much
if
is a
you-
stamp? I say
think-
40 cents.
No, I think they're 64 cents now.
Keep
Or
going.
They've gone up
Keep
to
going.
66.
Keep
They're
going.
like $1 or something.
I bought the Forever
now, right?
stamps when they were 64 a piece. What are they
73
now?
cents today.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Well, my Forever stamps.
And
I
they don't
use them that
expire,
often.
right? My
They
husband
don't.
and I have this debate. He's like, they expire. I was like, they do not
no,
expire.
they say they're Forever stamps because they
Right.
work
Yeah,
forever.
the forever.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they say forever.
So the hack is, Ahmad, if you were going to mail me a piece of mail and you didn't have a stamp, you're going to put your name in the middle. I mean, you're going to put my name as the return address.
Oh, so
You
they
put
just
your
send
name in
it
the
to you.
middle. And when it
Gotcha.
gets to the box, they'll return it to me, not to you.
Oh, that is smart.
But that's what they say, but I think because they know that
What?
area,
There's no way.
No, because they stamp them. They've got a
and
postal
they're going to be like,
code.
wait a minute, we're in the Houston area, and this says to send a, it wouldn't work. The
Yeah,
return
like, say,
says
like,
Kansas
Pennsylvania.
City.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense.
But does it
how
work
did
if
this
you're
get
city
here?
within the city limits? Somebody from the post office text us at 37530. What happens when y'all see that scam?
yeah, if you're, I'm sending you something.
Yeah, because we're in Houston.
I figured they just wouldn't grab it. If there's no stamp on it, why would they grab it?
Well, it's already thrown in
Well,
the.
it's in there.
the box.
You're
Yeah.
throwing it
It's
in the
processed.
bin. Like, let's say I put it in the bin. I go to the post office and I
I
drop
I
don't
think
it in
Sam's
there.
what you're talking about is like in your mailbox in front of your house where you put the little flag up. Which
Well, I mean,
tells
just in
them
general,
to
or even
pick
just
up
in the
mail.
bin. I feel like they'd just be like, okay, well, it's never getting
You think they're
delivered.
gonna look
You
at
didn't
that?
put a stamp on it.
They're trying to just get through the
Yeah,
day.
they just reach it.
Yeah.
around.
Well, no,
It's
they
like
do.
a
They
machine
have.
by
I have
dogs.
gotten mail returned to me for not sufficient stamps, like not enough stamps. 'Cause I was sending something overseas,
Really?
and it wasn't enough. And I'm like, oh, crapper. It wasn't even that thick. It was like an envelope that I didn't put like 7 stamps on it. You know, like 7 versus 5. Anyway, other things that Gen Z doesn't know how to do, and probably everybody in this room except for Kevin doesn't know how to do, how to mend clothes and sew buttons on. I used to know, and I haven't done it in so many years that I can't remember how to do it
No.
in a timely fashion.
It's like $2 at the dry cleaner.
Yeah,
I
let's have
don't-
someone do it.
It is more than $2 at the dry cleaner, thank you, and
sew
it's
a button
free.
back
It's
on?
free at home.
Yeah, it is.
If you have it, like,
And then the button doesn't
so
match.
many
It's one
people
of those
don't
big-
have.
Yeah.
So,
It
yeah.
doesn't even look like the same.
It's not going to be
You
lined
have
up
to
properly.
keep a bucket of buttons just in case.
Have you ever had your?
Or it's on your
No.
tag inside your shirt.
Yes,
they
it
always
is.
have
Yeah.
extra
They just give you the
buttons.
extra
You ever
buttons.
get your
yeah, but
buttons
then you
smashed?
yank it off and you don't know where you put the button.
Yeah.
Say it
Dry
again?
cleaners will smash your buttons.
And it breaks in
sometimes.
half.
It's like a little
Oh,
crust
really?
for guys.
Yeah, when they press the shirt,
And it-
they'll break
I
Get
it.
a
think you
hole.
meant on purpose.
And can't dry cleaners give the clothes some sort of a better aroma than whatever the dry cleaning solution is? I don't like the way dry cleaning clothes smell when they come back. Don't you ever notice that's like a weird?
No, I don't
Yeah,
dry
I
clean.
never really noticed.
I don't
I'll
have
make
a
a
lot of
note in
things
my
to dry
laundry,
clean.
my laundromat, Roula, that you don't like the smell of it.
Yeah, whenever
So
she
Well,
gets
I
it going.
don't
Lying
dry.
on.
Listen, I avoid at all costs buying things that are dry clean only because it drives me bananas.
Oh, absolutely.
I do not want to have clothes that are dry clean only.
No,
but
I
there
hate
are some
that.
things that I have to have dry clean.
How
Like,
about cursive? Do you know how to do cursive?
Oh, I'm terrible at cursive. When
Could
I
you read
sign
it?
stuff,
My kids can't read cursive.
Do
I
they
can
not
read
teach it
it.
anymore?
they do teach it. My kids
They
school,
taught me.
it.
Yeah. I just can't. I can't write it, but I can read it.
The Z was always the hard one to do.
My handwriting is so bad. I don't think
Z
my
and
kids
Q.
can
Z
read.
and the J and the G, all of them are pretty
I know,
difficult.
they're similar.
The S, like,
I love cursive.
It would still.
Yeah.
I feel like
Super
I might have
easy.
trouble.
I never understood how this was supposedly saving
What's that
time,
letter?
which was the reason why they created
S.
it.
No, that's a G.
GC. See?
Yeah, that's a capitalized
capital G.
G.
That looks like a musical
Oh.
note.
It does.
It does.
That's
Upper
because
class.
given
And
I
the
had to
F
do
and
that.
the T are the same. If you don't dash the F, then
Yes.
it's just a T.
Well, to
Yes.
do a capital Z, I can't remember.
Well, you could do a capital Z like a Z.
Doesn't it look like a 2?
Or you got to do it like this, like a backwards 3.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
that's
Let me
how
see.
I did my Z's
maybe
as
I
well.
can't read cursive.
Oh no, ma'am.
Like a backwards 3
Like
is
that,
a
yeah,
Z.
like that. right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad we don't have to do that anymore.
Other things
know.
Gen Z doesn't know how to do. Okay, we talked about, how to write a check. Do you know how to write a check, Amon?
Yeah.
Okay. You know how to write out the whole thing.
You ever bounce a check?
$112 and
More than that.
I
all
didn't
been
fall
there.
for that trick.
Do you know how to drive stick shift? I don't know how to drive stick
Heck
shift.
Oh,
no.
yeah, that's how I
No.
learned.
Wait, what?
On the Amazing
No.
Race, I would be out if they made me
You
drive a
can't
stick shift
drive a
car. I'm
manual.
out. I'm out. I
No,
can't do
I
it.
Told you,
can't.
it's 2025.
Yeah.
It's hard to find a car nowadays.
Yeah.
You know, I
That's-
learned 3 times, and because I didn't practice it, I didn't keep the skill. I don't know how to do it.
If you
agree.
travel anywhere outside of these United States,
Right.
it's the rentals are almost always stick, and if
Yes.
it's not, you're gonna pay double.
Okay, and I know that because in 2022, I ended up going to Greece by myself with the 4 kids because my husband had to stay back last minute, and he always drives, and he knows stick. And when I got to the car rental place in Athens, I was like, "Oh my god, I don't know how to drive that." And they had one car that was like the regular, and I'm sure I paid a pretty penny
Yeah,
for
you
it.
did.
But at that
Remember
point, I was
how
so
difficult it
desperate.
was?
And with 4 kids, I was like, "Just give it to me."
How do you do it in
Just
traffic?
give it to
Like,
me.
Well,
Used
that
to
was the
traffic where you're
worst.
stuck right there
Sucks.
trying to go.
Well, what you got to do is you have to leave it in first gear and not pull up on the car in front of you. Just coast real slow. Let the engine power take you real slow, and then
Gotta be
hopefully
soft on the clutch.
they will have moved up since then. Yeah.
That sounds like a workout.
Oh, God,
But
that
the
is
Yeah, but on a
terrifying.
hill.
So
on
learning
a
how
hill
to
is
forget
terrifying.
it. Now in Houston on I-10, they're all underpasses, but I grew up on Fry Road, and you used to have bridges that went over I-10, and it was steep.
Oh,
and I
you'd
was
stuck.
driving. You'd have to have one foot on the brake, one on the clutch, and then
pop
just
it.
pop it. Yeah, and go upward. It's not that easy.
Now, one thing, though, is that's pretty cool about those cars is you can jump start that car without anyone's help.
Yeah.
Forwards or backwards. I don't know if any of y'all have
Somebody texted that,
popped
Kev.
the clutch going backwards,
Bump started
down a
manual
hill.
car.
Yeah, you put it into reverse, start rolling backwards, then let the clutch go, and it starts the engine. It's awesome.
Yeah, but for me, that'd be me and the
scary.
pedestrians are bowling balls and they're the pins.
just
I'm the
killed
bowling
two
ball,
people.
and I just
Right?
killed everyone because it went backwards. I didn't know how to stop it.
Yeah, it sounds tricky.
It
It is
very
tricky. It's
Yeah.
tricky. But it's, if you're a
I just
man,
tried
you know how to do
grain
it.
trucks.
Tricky.
Grain trucks are like these huge trucks,
Oh, so cool.
and we'd fill it with the corn would be coming out of the bin, and my dad would be like, "Move forward," and I'm like 12, and it'd die on me, and he's like, "Move," because it overflowed.
Yeah, yeah,
He's like,
yeah.
No! Stop moving!
But it was all,
Pee my pants.
Sorry, Dad.
Eric, that was all clutch, right? That was all.
Yeah, it's a big gold
I
truck,
can't.
and it's
I
those
can't.
big kind that are like got the big ball on it. You're trying
Huge.
Yep.
And every time the truck gets heavier, it's a different kind of clutch release because there's more
I
weight
had
on it.
PTSD, so I would never drive it any.
Wow.
So-
Somebody just made a
so my
very
dad
good
would
point,
yell at me.
Eric. If you had Google back then, you could just Google how to do that because everybody in Gen Z knows how to Google.
Oh, my,
I
So
surely
you'll just
do.
figure it out via Google.
my kids with ChatGPT and that, and they don't use it for school. They use it for just questions.
Uh-huh.
I'll read some of my kids' stuff that they treat like it's a friend.
But wait, have you noticed on
People
Siri?
they'll take a picture of their skin. Hey, what do you think I have here? What do you think?
No.
Dude,
Google image.
Yeah, people do
give me a
that.
skin.
Yeah. The other thing
It's
too, guys, I
amazing.
noticed lately on my Siri, if I said
Don't
if I
even
say
use
the
Google.
phrase HEYSIRI, if I say it now, the phone will wake up. I'll ask it a question and it will ask me back now. Do you want me to find that on the web or on ChatGPT?
Oh,
Really?
Yeah, my
Wow.
phone will ask me that, and I'll say, I guess ChatGPT. I don't know, and so I just get all this information now, but it's not always right.
Yep.
You have to be careful because it's not
It's good
always
for
right.
organization and stuff if you have things in there.
But yeah, something about learning how to drive
Summarize.
clutch. I'm drive stick. I just it won't stick with me.
No
I
thanks.
can't do it. All right, so those are some things Gen Z just doesn't have that older people are like. That's a common skill you should know. But we
That's why I
don't
think
even know them.
Gen X is the best because we done both.
Yep, we had the best of both worlds.
We have
were
to
there
learn
before
technology
it and after it.
from computers and phones to everything.
And some of us didn't learn technology, like maybe me. And I just
but you have to.
revert to people who know technology to tell me how to do that. I don't know how to make an Excel spreadsheet. I've never had to do that for my job.
What?
I've never had to make
You don't
that
know how
ever.
to do-
I don't know how to do that either, Rula, and I went to
ever.
class for
Yes,
it.
yes.
Oh my
At
God.
University of Houston, there's a business class.
ChatGPT will do it for you in 2
Yeah.
seconds.
I've never in radio. I've never ever been asked to make an Excel spreadsheet in my radio
How
career.
funny.
Not
I
one
use
time.
it every single time you guys go on vacation.
In my high school, they taught me how to type.
Yeah,
I-
on a
Instead
typewriter.
of a computer
a
class, and we had
typewriter?
computers. They said, no,
Yeah,
you got to
they-
learn to type first. I'm like,
Oh,
Well,
You had
that
to
was on
change
here,
the
Eric,
ribbon.
for Gen Z, how to type on an
I'm like, why the hell are you
actual
teaching me to type? There's computers over here.
keyboard. But what does that mean on an actual keyboard? Aren't we all using
Keyboards
keyboards
laid
right
out
here?
the same on a typewriter
No.
as it is.
I think
but
they're
the
talking about
keyboard-
versus like a phone screen keyboard.
Yeah, because everything we're doing is on the phone.
Right.
And I don't know how many people are having jobs right now where you, like, I have a keyboard in front of me. Sam's got one in front of her. We all have
got a
laptops.
couple.
Those are keyboards. So why would that
think
be on the
there's
list?
a
You have
typewriter
laptop.
down in the mailroom.
But we're not
Like-
talking about typewriters. We're talking about actual keyboards. It says Gen Z does not know how to type on an actual keyboard.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
how
dumb.
much Gen Z doesn't use a laptop? My kids have Chromebooks at school.
Yeah.
They have to type on a keyboard.
Yeah,
Why is that
that's
even a fact on this
weird.
list?
I don't
But do
know.
you remember between the typewriter and the PC was the word processor?
Oh, yeah, that-
You'd have a word processor.
Remember you do your whole
processor.
assignment and then you hit
Built
that
into it.
button?
And they would type it all out. Bing, 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 make all the noise.
How did people do it in the 70s and 60s when they were like doing a report and they make one mistake? And just
You had,
Well-
you had to use whiteout on the
but
paper.
wouldn't it look terrible?
It did.
Well, actually, the typewriters had a different ribbon of whiteout that
Yeah.
you could click down into the whiteout ribbon,
Correct.
and then go back over it, and you hope that it lined up because sometimes it didn't. It was just a millimeter off, and then it looked.
Dude,
like
I had a teacher, and if he saw one, because you could tell, if he
Yeah.
saw
Oh,
one
you could tell.
white correction,
Yeah.
he's like, I'm
not
giving you
taking
an
this.
F.
And
Well, that's
spelling
a
bees,
crazy
I bet
teacher.
people don't know how to spell anymore because
because it corrects you.
it corrects everything we do.
Autocorrect.
Mm-hmm.
Like Sam and I are like, yes,
Supposedly. Spell it.
let me get to my
Go,
phone
Eric.
out.
yeah, I always.
There's no,
I don't even know.
Supposedly.
there's
Just
no
wanna-
B.
SUP.
We don't have time for this. Coming in next, is Celebrity
I don't
Scoop.
know.
Carrie Underwood is one of the new judges on American Idol. As you know, that's how we found Carrie Underwood on American Idol. And she literally is the most successful American Idol to date with her music. But there is a song that she says still traumatizes her, even as the judge now, that, oh my God, if one more reality show uses this song, I'm going to riot. Every reality show uses this song. I want you guys to think about it and guess what is the song I'm talking about.
Is it a recent song or is it like an old school song?
I'm just going to say there's a song that every reality show uses when they want singers to sing something. It drives me up the wall. We'll talk about it next. Carrie Underwood has total PTSD over it. We'll talk about it next in Scoop on the Roula and Ryan Show with Man Baby.
Time for your daily scoop. Celebrity Scoop.
KRBE's Roula and Ryan Show with Eric.
It's brought to you by Taquerías Arandas, and the American Music Award nominations came down an hour ago, so we'll go over those in a minute. But let me tell you about how Carrie Underwood, even though she's a judge now, she's with $120+ million, and she says that the thing that gives her PTSD still is the American Idol music intro.
I'm sure.
Because she said she remembers taking her back so much when she was a contestant on the show. Because remember, I don't know if y'all remember the days when Carrie was a contestant. She was killing it every single week. You couldn't find something wrong with her. And then they did like Bon Jovi week or something. And Simon Cowell's like, well, you know, you didn't really sing that the way you're supposed to sing that. She's like eye rolling, like, I am a country singer and everyone knows this. I better not get voted off this dang show over a Bon Jovi hit. But it was, you know, when you have a lot of anxiety, because that was the biggest show on television in this country every single week the years that she was on. We would go on and Scoop the next day about all the performances.
You sent me out there for almost a week.
Yes,
to
that's
cover
right.
it.
Radio would cover the American Idol finale for years. Was it like a good 10 years straight, Kev?
Yeah, at least. I have so many American Idol swag bags and you know,
we've got a microphone
containers,
from American Idol in the next room.
a guitar that's
I
signed
got
by.
in trouble because apparently they sent me a guitar I did not ask for. And then they were like, you can't have that because that's like some kind of, what do they call it, Eric? What do they call
Station
it?
memorabilia.
Payola Plagola or
I was
something?
like, you're going to talk about it because they gave you a
You're like,
guitar.
I didn't even ask for this. I don't even know what this
I
is.
didn't even know I had a guitar from American
Bella
Idol here.
Plagola is when you agree to do something with the idea that they are going to give you something.
Like
that is illegal.
Like Blanton's, if you're out there.
Witness again, do it
Eric
right
has a
now.
barrel of Blantons in his home with a spout. Yeah, that's music.
Yeah, the instrumental theme.
She's like, oh, that. She's like, she still has PTSD.
Do
with
they
that.
still have that theme?
Yeah, they still use it. But my complaint about all the reality shows and the songs they use, they always give them like a song. When Phoenix was on our show, he tried out for The Voice and for American Idol. And they gave him a list of songs he had to pick from to sing. And the guy right before him was a white guy with a guitar. Mm-hmm. And they told Phoenix, well, we really like you, but the guy right before you is almost exactly like you, so we can't pick you for the next round.
But then the cool thing is, we actually did a thing with Maroon 5 backstage at the Woodlands, and we had Adam Levine sitting in the chair.
Anniversary party.
Yeah. And we let Phoenix sing for Adam, and Adam Levine turned around for Phoenix.
Turned his chair.
He better.
Well, yeah, because that'd be weird if you didn't.
How would that be? Well, that
Oh,
sucks.
it's so awkward. And the song, and Eric called it the song that I can't stand that
right?
every single reality show uses is Black Velvet by Elena Miles. What is with that song, y'all?
Black Velvet and
That
that
is so
slow
obnoxious.
southern style.
What's
a
the other
vocal
one?
flex.
What happened with that song? When she recorded that song, did she know that for the next 30 years, people are going to use this song
It's
for
a karaoke song.
And there's another one, too, I'll Be or something like that.
By Edwin
I'll
McCain.
Be.
Yeah, Edwin McCain, LB.
Blah, blah,
and
blah,
Black
blah,
Velvet by Elena Miles. Anyway, okay,
much.
let me get to the American Music Award nominations. Those came down, and there are a lot to go through. You can go to AMAs.com to vote, because this is voted by you, the music lover. Go to voteamas.com or at AMAs on Instagram to see all the nominees.
This will be the biggest fan base will win.
Pretty much. Jennifer Lopez is going to host the American Music Awards from Las Vegas on Monday, May 26th, which is Memorial Day, right? Is that Memorial Day? That's when it falls this year, right?
Yep.
Okay. The nominees are all listed there. Kendrick Lamar leads the nominees with 10 American Music Award nominations. Ariana Grande, Billie Eilish, Chappell Roan, Post Malone, Sabrina Carpenter, Taylor Swift, all are in all the big categories. For Artist of the Year, there are so many nominees, y'all. This is a huge category. It's Ariana Grande, Kendrick Lamar, Morgan Wallen, Post Malone, Chappell Roan, Billie Eilish, Sabrina Carpenter, SZA, Zach Bryan, Taylor Swift.
That's a
Am I
big
missing one? That's just the Artist of the Year award.
Damn.
How many are there? Like 10?
3, 6, 9, 10. Yeah, there's 10. And then for New Artists of the Year, Benson Boone, Gracie Abrams, Shabuzi, Teddy Swims, Tommy Richmond, $1 Million Baby, and Chappell Roan. Those are the new
man,
artists.
Is that the one where
nominees.
you don't want to win? They always say the
No, that's
best
the Grammys.
Best new artist, yeah.
The best
Out
new
of
artist
all
at the
those, who do you
Grammys.
think will last longer? Like Benson Boone, do you think he'll just flame out?
Flash in the pan.
Done.
I didn't realize Benson Boone was an American Idol contestant.
Yeah, I remember they talked about him.
They talked about that.
He had
yeah.
never ever sung ever in his life.
Run that list by me again.
I bet she'll
Benson
be-
Boone, Chapel Roan, Gracie Abrams, Shabuzi, Teddy Swims, and Tommy Richmond. I feel like Chapel Roan, Teddy Swims, Shabuzi, I
Teddy
feel like they have
Swims.
some longevity there in their genres.
Teddy Swims will be like, I can picture him being like 80 out there still doing it on stage.
Yeah, but will he be as big?
Right.
Like
Yeah.
his next album.
Like how many of their songs are we playing on karaoke?
Like Chapel Rome, I
feel
could see her. I could see her.
Because I
She,
think
she has the most momentum, that's for sure.
Yeah.
For Album of the Year for the American Music Awards, Cowboy Carter by Beyonce, Hit Me Hard and Soft by Billie Eilish, The Rise and Fall of a Midwest Princess by Chapel Roan, Brat, Charlie XCX. Isn't she here tomorrow night?
No, she's in Austin.
It's in Austin.
Yeah.
Tonight, I think Ahmad's going tonight.
Okay. The Secret of Us by Gracie Abrams, J.J. Abrams' child. We Don't Trust You by Future and Metro Boomin is up for Album of the Year. Let's see what else. Post Malone, Kendrick Lamar, Sabrina Carpenter, and Taylor Swift's albums are all up for Album of the Year. You can see the whole list at AMA.
My daughter's seen this show
.com.
this weekend at 713.
Which
What's
one?
it called?
Where's
Where's
the
Ahmad
music
at?
hall?
It's
Love
a
that
weird
place.
name. It's like Biba Baba Doobie DB.
What
Doobie?
the heck?
Oh, mine knows the name.
I don't know who she
What
is.
in the world?
He's a bop.
I just remember she goes, Dad, I'm going to go this. Can I go early?
Let me look
Get
it up.
in line because it's GA.
Oh, man.
What's the name of
She
that?
gives me
What's the,
anxiety.
my daughter's going to that show Friday.
Bia Badoobie.
Bia Badoobie.
Bia
Bia
Badoobie.
Badoobie.
Did they have a one hit?
Is it a band or is that a name of an artist?
It's a girl.
It's a girl.
Is it just a one hit?
I have no idea. I don't even think she has I don't even know what song she
the
has.
Space in Between tour.
I just felt like man, I am so out of it. I don't even know who that is.
Okay, here's what
Does she have any hits about, or is it just one of those, just like people know her through social media?
It says she's rock. Is that correct? Yeah.
Okay, and Doechii just won for what was the Grammy she won? Best rap album that made a big deal because people were like,
Oh yeah,
she beat out a lot of other
surprised-
people.
surprised everybody.
Okay, so her song "Anxiety" samples Gautier's "Somebody I Used to Know."
Yep.
And I was actually pretty happy that my kids knew the original Gautier song, not just the Anxiety version of the song, because that song that was a one-hit wonder for sure, Gautier. And for longtime Rule and Ryan Show listeners with Eric, you're going to remember that back when Dwayne Brown was a Houston Texan, we went viral for singing that with him because he said he would listen to that song over and over again in the car.
Yep.
And then I remember SNL did a skit about the video because the video is Gautier being painted into the wall mural. And then the woman, Kimbra, is singing along also. And then SNL did a digital short with Andy Samberg where they're also being painted into the wall or something. But Doechii's Anxiety is up for Social Song of the Year.
Oh, social song. Of the
Yeah.
year.
Did not know that.
With Chapel Roan, Lola Young's Messy, Shabuzi's Tipsy, Tommy Richmond's $1 Million Baby.
wonder if
So now that's a category now. Like, you saw it on social media, and that's the song that became a radio hit.
That's how it happens nowadays.
Yeah, it is. That's how
I'm trying to
people know
find-
it.
Because Phoenix and I did. Remember, we all had to do duets.
We all
together?
did them, yeah.
Yeah, Kevin, didn't you and I do we did a dance version. Phoenix and Eric, y'all did what kind of version?
Did we do the same song, or did we do different?
We all
all
did the same song, different
But we had to-
interpretations. I remember I did
Kevin
one with
and I
Mumbles.
did like a dance remix, like a fun club remix of it. Remember, Kev?
Not really.
I never.
You don't?
Kind of.
I don't remember how you and
We all
Phoenix did
paired
it,
up
though.
and did duets.
Ours
of
did
that.
well.
Sam's looking to see if she can find it in the archive.
What did you think the name of
What
it
would
was?
it been called?
It was Somebody I Used to Know. It was the Somebody I
Like
Used to Know
Gautier.
challenge. We had to do Gautier in like 5 different genres.
That's not. There's
Ryan,
no
do you
way
remember how
that
you did it?
I sampled Mumbles.
It would either be in the RR folder or the Special K folder.
Oh,
that
it's
was
not in
like-
parodies? That's where
No,
I'm looking.
no. It'd
That
be an
was a
extra.
parody. Yeah.
How many
I
years
have
ago
no
was that?
idea.
Was that like 14 years
When was
ago?
that song a hit?
Yeah, let me look up Gautier's year.
2014,
Because
13.
now Doechii's made it famous again. Let's see, when Gautier had that song come out,
Kev
it
would have to
was
deep dive that. I
2011.
can't-
It was
I don't remember.
2011.
So 14 years, yeah.
You
a
can
good
look
guess.
heavy.
Yeah.
Try and
That's
find it.
crazy.
Maybe at 9:20. If we find it, we'll
Yeah,
play it
yeah,
at
yeah.
9:20.
Yeah, please.
So that's what we'll do.
Ladies and gentlemen,
The Rula and Ryan Show with Eric.
what's going down in H-Town?
104.1 KRBE.
You know, I always like to do Houston's number one at this, number one at that. So I did not know this. Houston is home to more registered nurses in America than any other city. So we
You
have
really
more
dug
than
deep on that one.
60,000 registered nurses working in and around the Houston area.
Makes sense.
The
So then going
average,
into nursing would be a good career path then.
I'd say so. The average registered nurse earned $94,400 in the Houston area.
Nice.
Good solid career there. All right, let's talk about the Rockets. That's tonight against Golden State, Game 2. There are still tickets available on Ticketmaster. The cheapest price is $139, and that puts you up in Section 400. The most expensive ticket is $1,921, and that
And
puts you in the front, right in Section 100.
On Monday, Fred Van Fleet was saying
Fred Van Fleet, who's that?
the Rockets player, the
Okay.
guard. He won with Toronto, and he was saying, "Man, I've been waiting for it, and they showed up." The Rockets fans, because we've been crap last couple of years. But he's like, "Man, they filled it up. They were loud. It was crazy. They were great. So hopefully we can do that again."
Need
I'm
to
like,
do
"Yeah,
that.
we showed up. You and Jalen Green didn't show up, Fred. You two together went like 5 for 40. So maybe."
I mean,
maybe
listen,
that's
if
what
you
we were
watch
gonna
the
win.
first game, at one point we were down by almost like 24 points or something. We came back within 3.
And then the
I
wheels
was
fell
like,
off.
come on, let's go.
Steph
You're
Curry.
almost there. With like 3 minutes left in the fourth, we came back within 3 points. I thought, wow, we could pull
The
this
ball
off.
bounced off. It should have been our ball. They said no, and they gave it. Steph Curry just
Yes.
is a beast. Threw up a crazy 3. He was
And then before
killing
we
it.
knew it,